But the university is located about 40 minutes from the beach, so it's not right here on the beach like Santa Barbara, so don't expect to like be able to go surfing every day, but you can definitely take trains there, and we did that a lot too. And the university campus is beautiful. It's located right on the bend of the Brisbane River, and then there's like a ferry that brings you from the city and stuff. There's a fun nightlife too in downtown Brisbane. And so yeah, it's basically it's taught by two professors, and there's Ian Tibbetts and John Hall, both amazing people, some of the most enthusiastic educators I've ever met. They just like, I went to the program not into terrestrial ecology at all, and then I came out of it like super into it, because John Hall is just like an amazing guy. He like will be like hiking and he'll talk about like some poetry while we're sitting on a mountaintop or something like that. So yeah, as I was saying though, it's definitely an outdoor program. Like we went on a 18-kilometer hike through the rainforest to the top of this ridge, and it's pouring rain, everyone's super muddy, people have leeches, it's like good times all around. So it was like, so be prepared for that kind of thing, because if outdoors not your thing, then this program's probably not your thing either. But that being said though, there were some people that weren't outdoor people that went on the program, and they had fun too. But definitely go in with the mindset that you're gonna get dirty and wet and have a good time. So getting my pictures, that's me on the Great Barrier Reef. That was actually on a trip I went on the weekend. One good thing about this program is they give you a lot of 3 and 4 day weekends, because they really encourage you to go travel, and there's tons of places to go travel. So we probably went, every weekend we were going somewhere. So we'd always it was the kind of thing where we'd just be in class and be like, oh, who wants to go up to this place this weekend? And we're like, oh, I do. And then people were always going around. So it's like, that's one of the best things about it, is you're not necessarily scheduled so much. You have a lot of free time to plan for yourself. And you spend about half of the time on field trips in the program. So you're in a homestay actually, so you live with a family. And people had definitely a mixed experience with the homestay. My homestay was awesome. I'm still in contact with her. I'm gonna go visit her eventually, and she's gonna come to the States too. And other people had not as good experiences, and it's really hit or miss. You can't really do anything about that. But one of the cool things with the homestay is you live with an Australian family, so you can still get that Australian culture, even though you're not necessarily interacting with as many Australian students. So yes, this is one of the weekend trips up to Cairns on the Great Barrier Reef. We did a 3-day, 4-night, 7-dive trip. One thing about scuba diving, some people got certified over there, and so you don't have to be certified to go at all. But I'd recommend, if you're thinking about it, definitely get certified before you go, because it's a lot easier and cheaper to do it through the rec center here and stuff. So yeah, it was a pretty awesome trip. That's Cairns. This is all the whole class. This is after the hike I was telling you about. About half the class has at least 5 leeches on them in this picture. And that was one of the coolest hikes I've ever been on. We hiked from the very bottom of the lush rainforest, then we got to the Alpine Peaks area, and we saw all the vegetation changing as we hiked up, and all these different animals changing and stuff. So it's really cool. Let's see. See, that's Lamington National Rainforest. So that's another thing with this program. It's very heavily field trip based. As I mentioned, you spend half your time on field trips. So this is one of the field trips. We spend a week in the rainforest doing projects, hiking around, learning. One of the really good things about this program is it's a lot of hands-on learning. You have lecture, and you have lecture about 3 or 4 times a week sometimes, but it's heavily based on hands-on learning. You're in the rainforest, this is why this tree is here, and all ecology and everything like that. So yeah, that's in Lamington. This is one of our other weekend trips. This is the world's largest sand island, 100 miles long, Fraser Island. This is a giant sand dune right here, and we rolled down it, and we raced down into the water and stuff. It was really fun. This was another weekend trip we did actually, and pretty much the whole class went, so all 32 of us, and we were just in these giant 4-wheel drives, driving around the sand island through rainforests and stuff. It was literally like the Indiana Jones ride from Disneyland, but we were actually there. So it was so much fun. You just camp on the beach, but you can't actually go in the water there, because it's one of the world's top places for tiger sharks to breed. So you stay out of the ocean there, but they have all these lakes in the middle, so you hang around those. So yeah, that was a weekend trip. That was one of the best things there. And this is from another field trip. You do an outback field trip, where we went to where it's called Sadler Springs. It's kind of 20 hours inland into the outback, and you just stay in these cool barracks. And this actually happened is while we were out there, there's huge thunderstorm.